is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Bring it. Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
Looking to throw right away is Watson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. What a matchup we have here in the AFC North on this All Hallows Eve, otherwise known, of course, as Halloween. Kids probably shuffling home right now from trick-or-treating, all hopped up on sugar and ready to drive their parents crazy as these two old rivals get together here on this final day of October in a game that's been highly anticipated. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Right back to Brown. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go. Max 22, Max 22. Here we go, here we go. Max 20, 31. Drop deep, drop deep. Max 22, Max 22. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Max 22, he's coming, coming out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
From the 27, Coro. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. Inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Burrow looking to pass. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. He's at the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Slot man moves right.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Mike 59. Mike 22. Mike 22. Watch the slant. Watch the twist.
On 2nd and 9. Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
This is Brown going up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2-by-2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers. Just 2 for 7 throwing the football. But he did seem really locked in before the game. Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes. And you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Try to lay one up deep. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success. Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Jones on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that. And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle. Etienne up the middle. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
You got 4.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. Here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. New York now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll air this one out for Mims. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now Watson throws another interception. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had two nice interceptions a week ago. Now two here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
First down. Here's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Browns 21. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 at the 40.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion, motion. Mike, 53. 53.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, Etienne once more. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. I'm here all day. Mike 22. 24. Pick it up, guys.
Now Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he is going to lose yardage here. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Check 4. Watch out. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight end. Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike.
The slot man in motion right.
Check 31.
Draw play, Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. In motion comes the tight end left. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And that is caught. What a catch at the... And they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Marquise Goodwin from 3 yards out.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. This will be caught. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for. Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to perhaps salt this one away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Jump. Hey! Check 13. Show it up. Check 9. 25. Check 25. Hey, pick 9.
To throw, Watson. Flush to his right. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Watson. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Watson to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
Watch the screen. Mike 22. Get that quarterback. Get the quarterback. D-line. Get that quarterback. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Check. Check 3. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. You go tight. You got tight.
Here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Well, chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, 59. 22. Don't get nervous. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. 155.
Now it's Watson. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Watson. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the